Exchange Malaysia welcomes Datin Elaine Daly, the founder of Lead Up Asia. She speaks to you today on the topic of Gen X on the move with multi-generational travelers.
First and foremost, thank you so much for having me. It's certainly a delight to be one of the brand thinkers of AB and Artho, and Exchange. It's wonderful to be here to share a little bit of insights of what I have. I'm an avid traveler myself, and it's great being here. I think what the 2 years of the pandemic has taught me is that, time is definitely of the essence. We've lost 2 years of our time. And where we talk about bonding with families, I think we really bonded with our families really, really well. But I think what is important now is to step out of the box and look at what is on the horizon. We have to make sure that we don't keep in our cocoons any longer, because all this time we've always been just staying at home, working from home, glued to each other. So now is the time to explore. Now is the time to go out there and say, these are the things that I want to do that I could never do before, or I didn't do for the past 2 years. So travel is one of them. Travel is one of them, and I think that it's really important to explore new sights, new sounds, new experiences within Malaysia, because there's a lot of places in Malaysia that I haven't been to yet as well. So I think that's what the pandemic has taught me, that it's time to now put on my traveling shoes, pack my bags, and go. For family vacations, both my husband and I, we plan it together. And I think that's really important because, we're both very busy with our schedules and timings and work. And I think that it's important that, you get two heads to plan it together, because if not, then one person will not know what's happening and be totally confused as to, what the holiday is going to be like. So it's good to plan a holiday together, whether it's with your husband or your partner, or, your extended family members. And I think that going on holidays is something that we can do in the near future to create that bond. Yeah.
Your children.
So I have two children, one's 6 and one's 3, and they're a handful. They're a joy, but they're a handful. And traveling with them is not easy. Sometimes, if it permits, maybe we bring the helpers to come along, or my mom to come along to help out, so that my husband and I have a little bit of time to go to the spa or something like that. But most of the time, I think the checklist, which is very important, is, of course, bringing the right amount of clothes, the right amount of stuff, the toys, the books, the anything to keep the kids entertained, even gadgets as well. Although I swore not to give them gadgets before they were born, but I'm a new age mom, and they need to have their gadgets sometimes to just keep them sit still, especially on the plane while taking off or whatever it is. So those would be the kind of checklists that I would have to put together, and praying and hoping that we have a good holiday without any drama.
Yes. Good one.
I mean, I'm speaking from a mom's perspective,
Yes.
Mom's point of view, and someone who has traveled with 2 kids before. We've traveled far, we've traveled near, and it's not easy traveling with 2 children. I don't know how moms of 3s or 4s do it, but we try as hard as we can to keep them happy and make sure that the husband and wife have a good time as well. Yeah. I think what would be really important for me when we're talking about partnering up with travel agencies or hotels or just partners basically, is to remember that whether the group is traveling with a family or a couple or an individual even, and to cater to their needs. SOPs still need to be in place. We still need to have a good check and balance of our SOPs, and I think that the hotels and establishments, they need to know exactly what to do as well. They need to be prepared for any mishaps that happen along the way, and they need to be able to rectify it quickly. I mean, you've had 2 years to plan out, this, these practices. So I think what is really important is that we keep our checks and balances in place, and that is what I would request from hotels or establishments or companies who are planning these trips, whether it's for me or for my friends. My favorite picks for family places to go to would definitely be the beach. The beach is something where the kids can go run around, they can go crazy, they can be happy making sandcastles, swimming in the sea, swimming in the pool. That's very ideal for family vacations as opposed to maybe a city. A city is also really good, but at the same time, you want to run around and explore and do stuff, or find places with big parks. That would be ideal as well. My family and I love going to the beach. As I mentioned, we love going to Terengganu, to Pangkor, to Langkawi. Langkawi is a place I know really well because I shot a documentary in Langkawi many years ago for the tourism in Langkawi, and I spent about 3 weeks there. I rented a car, I drove around, I explored places, and it's great for kids as well. The cable car rides, the beach, the food. The Langkawi is now expanding. It's like the Bali of Malaysia. Yeah, so that's where I would go to in the near future.